debate life outside the Federal Witness Protection Program.
Hey, it's Susan. Welcome to today's episode of Life Outside the Federal Witness Protection Program / Keep the Bad Guys Away. Hey, nice to see ya. Oh boy, a lot has happened since yesterday, but you know what? The one thing that is of utmost importance that I just recently noticed is that, okay, now, I was just looking around because I'm always looking around for options because like this Mark Moore guy and all these other jackasses are really dangerous, and I'm already got some anxiety about going to the hospital tomorrow because they're hacking me at the hospital, right? Like, so I so totally don't even want to go because I'm getting hacked and human trafficking, terrorism bullshit at the hospital. So, but anyway, so like I said, looking around for options, and I noticed that my sheriff's department, Riverside County Sheriff's Department, has a human trafficking task force. I thought, oh, way cool. That's way cool. But then you know what? I looked further into it. Not way cool. For this big reason. They work with the FBI. The FBI's on their task force. Oh, no. I mean, you know, I just saw that, that the FBI is on their task force. Oh, no. And so, you know what? I got to get the hell out of this county. You know, it's like, oh, shit, and I'm on a damn travel contract for 13 weeks, you know, and I might have to break it. I keep having problems. I might have to break it. You know, because I can't be in a district in which task forces work directly with the FBI when I'm a human trafficking victim. I do not work with the FBI. The FBI is in a lot of trouble. 4 years ago, Senator Harry Reid's office opened up an FBI investigation. I hate the FBI. I've been pushed to the FBI by other law enforcement, and I hate law enforcement that does that. I will have no part of the FBI. Senator Dianne Feinstein just responded to me, you know, with this letter that talks about the FBI, basically saying, you know, they've already made a decision on my case, which basically means that they're just going to like keep violating me through all of their task force. See, I couldn't figure out how they were doing this. But see now, and I can't say 100% sure for sure, so that they're doing it this way. But see, I think that they were using the sheriff's office up in Yuba County, California, a couple months ago. I think the FBI was using the sheriff's office because one of the nurses I worked with was married to or dating a deputy sheriff and all that. Oh my God. That's how I thought that they were funneling things in up through Yuba County when the sting operation at the hospital. And you know what? I've been trying to figure out how they're doing that here. My first suspicion is that they're using people who are retired from the military, because there's a lot of military people that are retired. Mark Moore's retired, or you know, was in the military, is like very heavily military connected. So that's suspicion number one. Suspicion number two is if the human trafficking task force of Riverside County works with the FBI, I can't stay here in Riverside County. That's hella dangerous. Dangerous for me, because that's why I said the FBI is looking for every way that they can funnel through. Oh my flipping God. That is like the worst news that I could possibly hear. I mean, even though it doesn't matter that I'm in, you know, Border Patrol's got a substation down the road, that doesn't matter because the FBI is so fucking damn hot-headed. They just pull shit. They pull shit right in front of ICE. They were doing that all down in Texas. They were doing that right in front of Homeland Security investigations in Houston, Texas. I mean, not even just, you know, right in front of Border Patrol, in front of Homeland Security investigations. I mean, they're off the hook. I can't fucking stand them. But oh my God, very, very bad news. So, okay, but now anyway, on a good note, but we'll have to see what happens, is that, you know, like 4 years ago when all hell broke loose and I was, you know, and Senator Harry Reid had opened up this FBI investigation and I almost got killed in Las Vegas and only made it to Phoenix, Arizona, and I finally said, fuck it, locked myself in an extended stay hotel for months, went on Nevada unemployment benefits in Phoenix, Arizona. I thought, well, I guess I could go back to school. One place that I looked at was Capella University. And then I looked at getting a Homeland Security degree, but you know what? It wasn't going to be feasible. I mean, they let the terrorists out of the water. You know, there's other kinds of shit going on. I mean, I was already freaking damn petrified. And then on top of that, you know, I was going to have to get a student loan and my credit was so fucked up. But so now I pulled my credit report last night, and and this like Citibank judgment, the one that I have the book series on, Life Outside the Federal Witness Protection Program on Amazon and Scribd, which is the Citibank case at Las Vegas, that finally got dropped off. If that's just not evidence that Eric Holder and his cohorts in crime up there in the DOJ are of course not doing anything for me, let all this crap sit on my credit report for 4 years, even after Harry Reid opened up an FBI investigation. Okay, so this big judgment falls off, so I'm thinking my credit's better. So I contacted Capella again to see if I could, continue and try to see if I could get into their Homeland Security program and get a degree in Homeland Security. And then what I'm going to do with it, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with the Homeland Security degree, but what I'm going to do with it, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. Maybe I could like work with victims or something, victims of human trafficking. Or I could just be like an official person with Homeland Security that, feeds the K-9 unit or washes Border Patrol cars or whatever. But so anyway, I did that today. But here's the thing. I don't know if I still don't know if I'm going to be able to get a student loan. And mainly because they were asking for my tax, returns and stuff, and I'm like, dude, I contacted the IRS up there, and I contacted the IRS multiple times, even after Senator Harry Reid opened up an FBI investigation. The IRS in Las Vegas refused to take that ICE letter, my big ICE victim letter, sanctioned my only asset, which was my employer, Global Staffing, and I wound up on the streets with no money. Okay, and then I tried to, contact, the IRS in Arizona, and then I never got a, phone call back from them. But I did contact the IRS up there in Buffalo, New York, a couple years ago, and I sent them my big ICE letter, and I said I wouldn't even know how to write this whole thing off under a casualty loss. That's what I told the IRS ombudsman. So, I'm like hoping that maybe they'll just they're fixing this in the back end. I mean, because that's why I said I got so much embezzlement and so much fraud and so many cyber crimes and so many financial crimes. It's like, dude, it's just way too big. So I don't know. I mean, I may get denied financing for my Homeland Security program because the tax situation has not been fully resolved. But we'll just have to see. Give it a couple days, we'll see. But I applied for financial aid and I applied for the program. So that would be a great step in me getting away from nursing and getting away from these hospital sting operations. Okay, now so get this, when I pulled my credit report last night, something very, very weird, terrorism related, very weird came up. Now, I was an authorized user, and I want to say it was on like a Disney card, that my mom had. But oh my God, I looked at this and like the dates are all totally jacked. Now, I don't have last year's credit report because that was on my computers that just got taken down in that whole kidnapping. Oh, excuse me, someone's interfering. The FISA court's interfering. Excuse me. The FISA court has to call me on Skype and interfere. But so anyway, when my two computers got taken down in Harlingen, McGowan, Texas last year, and that whole damn, law enforcement damn scandal, FBI sting operation down there, in which Border Patrol is pissed over, that whole freaking concoction thing that almost wound me, I almost ended up dead. I mean, I don't know how the hell I'm still alive. But anyway, so my computers got taken down there, so I don't have last year's credit report to be able to compare it to, but just by going from memory, it doesn't look right. Like the dates seem wrong, and then you'd have to actually look at the dates of where they're saying like there were charges and payments and credit was okay here and all that. You'd have to compare those dates to everything else that was going on. So when you looked at it, it cut off on November 2012. As being the last time it was reported, November 2012. God, it's either interfering again, the damn freaking FBI and their FISA court shit. Okay, so November 2012. So where was I in November 2012? I was in November 2012. Where was I? I can't even think. I was in Alaska. November 2012. Alaska, working in Bethel, Alaska. But, I thought Mom was missing way before then because, Deputy Jennifer of the U.S. Marshal Service said, make missing persons reports on your family. And that was about the summer of I want to say that was about the summer of 2011. So that doesn't jive. See, it doesn't jive. dude, because I don't think that, I said, I can't reach my family, Deputy Jennifer. And she says, make missing persons reports on your family. Well, she didn't say make missing persons reports on your family except for your mom because she's alive. I mean, do you know what I'm saying? So there's just there's something not right with it. Well, the only thing that I can think of to do as well, I had to call Special Agent Paul Burkholder with Homeland Security down in Houston anyway, because you know what, there's a lot of carryover crimes based on my credit report. Like for the fact that only 1 out of 3 credit reporting agencies can verify my identity. And then I threw in all this stuff about mom, that whole thing. And then you know what? I don't recall this Arizona bankruptcy case showing up on my credit report. I mean, I filed for bankruptcy in Phoenix, Arizona, but they let the Kraken terrorist out of the water and I couldn't proceed, So it's like showing up on my credit report as a bankruptcy filing that's dismissed. But the case never actually took place. We never even went to our first hearing. So it doesn't make sense how there could be, but see, that makes my credit report look bad because people would look at it and think that there was a bankruptcy filing. Well, there was a bankruptcy filing, but it never went to judgment. So, I mean, it's totally jacked. So that's why I had to call my expert on misleading cyber crimes, which is Special Agent Paul Burkholder with HSI Houston. So I had to call him on that. I just threw in mom stuff anyway. So, I don't know, dude. My credit just overall looks better. But then get this. And if you've seen my other videos where I talk about this Capital One fraud charge that happened down in Sugar Land, Texas, the one that Special Agent Paul Burkholder, he doesn't do credit cards, that one, which is, I don't want to put words into his mouth or misrepresent, what he was saying, but I think what he was trying to, say in code terms is, it's the FBI, without actually saying it, because he said he doesn't do credit cards. But so anyway, you know what, that is on my credit report, too. That whole fraud claim is on my credit report. I mean, I filed that for, made a fraud claim. They reversed it, and then they charged it back. And then, especially in Paul Burkholder, he can't reverse the charge. Probably throw people in prison for it down the road, but he can't reverse the charge. Well, that's on my damn credit report. I'm like, oh my God, another damn bank is on my credit report. So I'm just... There's just not. If the FBI and this damn task force, if they ain't pulling one type of damn shit, they're pulling another. Oh my God, I just can't stand it. Oh, good Lord. Every day of my life, I wake up and I say, what can I do today to get away from the FBI, CIA, Al-Qaeda task force? What can I do? But on a good note, okay, today Avon has extended their free shipping sale. So if you happen to see this video before midnight tonight on April 18th, you can get free shipping on any order with Avon. That would be one good thing to see I could do to get away from the FBI, not have to work as a nurse and be the Avon lady all the time. Now, if I could just get it to be profitable, I could do that. But anyway, so that is today's episode of Life Outside the Federal Witness Protection Program / Keep the Bad Guys Away. Terrorism-related crimes. They're all over the top, all crazy, all over the top, dude. But you know what? And I have a feeling that my detective up there in Marysville, once he sees my credit report, I bet you he's just gonna flip on this one, because their department took a report on my mom, a couple of months ago on this weird phone call out of Nevada talking about my mom being in WITSEC. Mom's not in WITSEC, dude. And I had to let Detective Elliott know, hey, there's a sting operation going on in Indio, California at the hospital. Does that surprise you? You're probably going to kick out of that too. But anyway, that's today's episode. Keep your stun gun handy. There's real criminals and terrorists out there. I'll see you next time.